This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports.
Hey guys, Keith Engel, TGI Sports Talk, our weekly vlog right here on Northeast Streaming Sports. Big news coming on Northeast Streaming Sports in the new year, by the way. We'll have lots to talk about. It's going to be a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Anyway, I want to talk to you for a few minutes today. I don't know why I'm so echoey. I want to talk to you guys for a few minutes today about the NFL situation. We're through 11 weeks. We got 6 weeks of games left. I think I know part of the problem here. Uh-oh. I think. Oh, I see the problem. All right, guys, here we go. 6 weeks of games left. A couple buys for some teams. Things are starting to take shape, but a lot of things still to play out. Who's for real? Who's not? Let's start in the Afc East. You got the Patriots and the Bills. The Dolphins are playing better. Dolphins are done. They're not. They could compete for a wild card. You're going to see them in the still alive categories now. They're not making the playoffs. The Bills are a shell of the team that they were last year. The Patriots have actually outscored this vaunted offense by 10 points this year in one more game. I get it. Huge matchup coming Monday night. Watch it. It doesn't determine who will win because the Patriots still control their own destiny, even if they lose this game. As they've got the Bills again. If they run the table, they should win. They will win the division. I think the Patriots will win. Bill Belichick's best coaching job to date, in my mind, this team. Maybe 2001. Tremendous job. Or maybe even the year Brady was out. What was it, 2006? They didn't make the playoffs. Great coaching job by Bill getting 11 wins. But the Bills got some problems, guys. They're still contenders, but they have got real problems they didn't address in the offseason. And remarkably, those problems are not really on defense. Those problems are on offense. You've got Allen. You've got Diggs. Beasley. But you got a running game. They did not address the running game. Bad move by them. Dolphins and Jets, talk to you in a couple years. Dolphins, I expect to bounce back. AFC North teams bunched up from the Ravens at 8-3 to the Steelers at 5-5. I guess I got to call the Ravens a contender just because of Lamar Jackson. But again, not a lot surrounding them. They're down to, I don't know how many running backs they've gone through this year. The Browns, too many injuries. I don't believe in Baker Mayfield. I've never believed in Baker Mayfield, and I don't believe this is the year to get him over the top. Steelers, forget it, guys. It's over. Until you get a quarterback, it's over. And I mean, Ben Roethlisberger's numbers are not horrendous, but their defense is not as good as it's been in the past. By far, they're giving up way too many points, and they are just not able to outscore the opposition with Roethlisberger there. Some good building blocks. Najee Harris. Sorry. And some others. But this team is going nowhere this year. This division is for the Bengals. In my mind, you watch out. This Bengal team is coming together. 7-4 now. A couple bad losses. But like the Patriots team, very young, some new parts to integrate in, and they're playing better football again. Two wins in a row. They're at 7-4. They're in position to win this division and make some noise in the playoffs. AFC South, you can forget it. They're all pretenders. You saw the Titans exposed last week against the Patriots. Without Derrick Henry, they're not the same team. Their defense, still good, but not great. Certainly not great. Their offense better than expected, but Ryan Tannehill's the quarterback, and he's not taking you to the promised land. They sneak in the playoffs, they'll be fortunate. They better watch out for the Colts beating them for the division. They're only 2 games behind them. And this is a type of team that might catch fire here late, as Carson Wentz again getting his feet under him. Jonathan Taylor, one of the best weapons in football. But I'm going to call this entire division pretenders. The AFC West. I don't see any consistency here. I think all these teams are pretenders. They could all make the playoffs. They could all win the divisions. The Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes. The Chargers have Herbert. So I give those two teams the edge. One of them will win the division. Somebody else might fight for a wild card, but going to go out. I think it's very possible that both two teams, if they make it from this division, will go out in the first round. All pretenders. Not enough defense, except in the case of the Broncos, but in there they don't have a quarterback. Pretenders, all of them. NFC East, Cowboys won last night. Big deal. Taysom Hill's your quarterback. Cowboys, again, a point scoring machine this year. Defense better, but not great. 8-4, leading a bad division by 2.5 games. Watch out for the team formerly known as the Redskins. That's all I'll tell you. Probably won't win the division, but they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to go on a run here. They're going to make the playoffs. I love this defense. It was awful early in the year. I said Heineke would be the quarterback, whether Fitzgerald got hurt or not. I thought Heineke would be the starter by midseason. And this team, I thought they'd win the division. I really did. But I think they're going to make the playoffs and be a dangerous team. Can they win the Super Bowl? No. Eagles and Giants, good luck next year. The North. The Packers are a mystery to me. They've got the Looney Bird playing quarterback who keeps getting himself in trouble, and I think he's got his locker room a bit divided. But they're 9-3. They continue to win football games, but some of the bigger ones they lose. The rest of that division, done. Vikings, sorry, Rick Sherlock. Vikings are probably done. Mike Zimmer and his supermodel girlfriend will have a nice long off season. The Bears, fire Nagy. Surprised it didn't happen last week. Lions, likely to go defeated. No wins. One tie. Very good chance of that happening. Who knows? Week 17 or week 18, whatever we're calling it this year, they could slip in a win. Who knows? Packers, we got to call a contender in the NFC only because there aren't a lot of other options, guys. Buccaneers, up and down. Tom Brady not playing his best football. I heard the other day, funny comment, is Tom Brady an old 44? Nobody else plays at this level at 44. I'm not going to bash Tom Brady here. Can't play forever. You cannot play forever. But Tom Brady's not playing the same kind of football he was last year. He's without Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown becomes a distraction, as he always has, lying about being vaccinated, lying about having a vaccination card. Good grief, stop it. Bucs will win this division. Bucs will not repeat. I don't know. They won't repeat as Super Bowl champions, and I'll tell you why at the very end of this vlog. And I may have to revise this in 6 weeks. The Falcons playing better football, too inconsistent. Matty Ice getting killed. Their offensive line banged up. Matty Ice, probably a Hall of Fame quarterback. Borderline. Some guys are going to argue he doesn't belong. The way the game's played today, Matty Ice is probably a Hall of Famer. But the offense is not good enough, and the defense is terrible. How this team is 5-6 is remarkable. Pretender. If they sneak into playoffs, it'll be ugly. Carolina Panthers, no quarterback. Darnold didn't work out. Darnold got hurt for the year. Now McCaffrey's out for the year. Matt Rule, who I was really, really high on, and I'm still not giving up on. Matt Rule and Joe Brady are a great combination. Maybe it's just a matter of growing into the job and having the right personnel. But so far, Matt Rule has not done what I thought he would do. I thought this would be a year Carolina leap forward. Saints are a mess. You're relying on Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill to be your quarterbacks. Bad move. I'm sorry. You're a great coach, Sean Payton, but you had to do better than that. 5 in a row they've lost now, by the way. Pretenders, no playoffs. The NFC West, which we thought would be the strongest division, has been very interesting. The Cardinals, the only team playing up to where I thought they'd be. In the preseason, I had them as going to the NFC Championship game against the Bucs. I still have that prediction today. And I'm going to predict that the Cardinals beat the Bucs and get to the Super Bowl, by the way. The Rams, I told you before, the Rams will make the playoffs. Cardinals are going to win this division. But Matthew Stafford is not an elite quarterback. Matthew Stafford is a very good quarterback. And I made this analogy before, and I didn't get it. I didn't come to it myself. I read it in an article when the Patriots were doing your due diligence on Matthew Stafford when he was a free agent. The Patriots had basically decided they'd been there before. They had Drew Bledsoe, who I love and adore. A very good NFL quarterback, but not elite, couldn't get the team over the top. Matthew Stafford, in my mind, falls into that category. The Rams will go out early in the playoffs. 49ers on a roll, winning 3 in a row. Watch out. Be careful. This team will probably make the playoffs, in my mind. Not going to contend for the division. Could be a tough out in the playoffs, but look they rely on a defense that's not as good as it was and a running game that's not as good as it was with some very key injuries. So, and the Seahawks are just a mess, pretenders. So here we are. Who's the real pretenders in the NFC? I got to make the Cowboys a contender. Sorry, who are the real contenders? To win the NFC East, I'll make the Cowboys a contender, the Packers, the Bucs, and the Cardinals. That's it. Everybody else is out. Maybe the team formerly known as the Washington Redskins, sneak up on the outside and maybe do some danger come January. So I'm kind of chalk here, right? But again, remember, before the season, I had Washington in there, so that wasn't a chalk pick. I did not like the Packers to win this division because of the dissension. I still think I'm going to put them back in the pretender list now that I think about it, just because of Aaron Rodgers, and God knows what's going to happen in the next 6 weeks that just causes turmoil in his team. Great job by LaFleur, who, for those who don't think he's a great coach, a good coach, I'm not going to say great coach, good coach. He's done a good team keeping this team together in a tough situation. So, and again, I'm going to give you the Cowboys. I'm going to throw the Redskins in there as a contender. I'm going to throw the Buccaneers in there. Obviously, I have to, and the Cardinals, and that's it. In the AFC, you got the Patriots. I think the favorite right now to have the home field advantage and be the AFC champion, just because of the way that team is gelling, not just because I'm a Patriot fan. I tend to be fairly objective. I tell you when my team stinks and has no chance, like I did last year. Buffalo, I don't think you're a contender. We'll find out Monday night. I understand. And if I lose that, I'm still going to stick to my guns unless I get blown out 50-0. I don't think there's a contender in the AFC North. I don't think there's a contender in the AFC South. I'll give the Chiefs the benefit of doubt only because they're two-time reigning AFC champions. So in my mind, you got 3 teams. The Patriots, the Bills, and the Chiefs are the real contenders in the AFC. Think I'm right? Think I'm wrong? I don't know. What do I know? I'm wearing a Yankee shirt. Keith Engel, TGI Sports Talk weekly vlog right here on Northeast Streaming Sports. You guys have a wonderful day.